Hey guys, today we are going to be looking at the Transformers Buzzworthy Bumblebee Deluxe Class, well, Origins Bumblebee. Origins, original alt mode? Hey. So, I got this guy at a flea market, sealed, paid retail for him, like $20, $25, I can't remember. And, so yeah. Here are all of his accessories. I don't know if I have all these like rods. I think there were 5, but yeah, these are more for robot mode, so we'll talk about them then. So I'm gonna put those off to the side right here. We have a jetpack. That's more for robot mode as well. Gun. That's more for robot mode as well. So really, none of the accessories. They can be used in vehicle mode, but they're not really needed. So, yeah, this is supposed to look like Bumblebee's, I don't know, thing that he was in the original pilot when they're on Cybertron before he became the Volkswagen Bug or Beetle, whatever he was. And so, yeah. Obviously, it's not entirely accurate, but I'm not going to complain. It's close enough for having to work with, even if he was big. Having to work with a big toy, a small toy, or whatever. They had to do a lot with this guy. So, yeah, I'm at least happy that it even exists. So, yeah. That's really it. It's all yellow. I think the color matching is pretty good. And I really like the blue of the windshield. So yeah, there's the bottom. You can see his head, you can see his fists, but yeah, really the legs and the back do a lot of the work for this toy. Not really anything else does anything. So yeah, that's really all I can think about for the vehicle mode. So let's get into transforming him. So I like to pull these out because they're just tabbed into the sides, and then you undo this piece, undo those two, then you'll swing that. This is on a ball joint, and then and then the toe is right there, so you'll just undo that, and you'll swing it around, and now spin, pivot that. So now I'll just rock this out because it tabs in right there, so we'll fold this up, we'll flip that down, fold that down, and then a hinge. This is a real weird hinge. You have to do it in a very specific order or else you'll pop off this friction hinge. So yeah, so you'll just move that out to the side, straighten that out, and then you'll rock it back, and it'll be like that. So just like the original leg, just bring it out, untab that, swing it down, untab that, rock this out of the way, fold that down, hinge it around, close that, straighten this out, rock it back. Now straighten the leg out, so like so, and now we can stand him up, spin them around, and now we're going to come back here, pull out the arms, and they do tab together, and you'll just push them like so, like that. So now we can spin the waist around, or you can't really, I guess you could force it, spin it around, but you'd have to flex all this up, and it's clear plastic, painted clear plastic, so we'll just wait. You will flip down the hand, bring it out. Same thing on this side, flip it out. So now we'll come up to this front piece, we'll bring it down. You'll have to wiggle it around because it's getting caught on his head. Oop. You'll just have to wiggle it around. What's in the way? I don't know what is in the way of it. just unpeg that to see if that, oh, yeah. The backpack was in the way, or that piece, so I haven't really touched this guy since I got him. Now we can spin the waist around. Camera wasn't focusing. So now we can fold this in and then close up the back up. So it's been a while since I have transformed him, but obviously got there pretty smoothly because of his simple but yet effective transformation. And here he is. So yeah, he looks like Bumblebee. I like the cues of like the way they molded the shoulders and the forearms, and this like midriff section, sort of like the Earthrise Cliff Jumper or like the Netflix Bumblebee. I like that idea. So he looks, even though he's a completely different mold, they don't really share anything other than the fact that the wrists flip in like that, I think. Other than that, they share nothing, and yet they look similar. And they're completely different toys and completely different molds. Everything is different. And I like that. It's a cool idea. So, yeah, we'll get over to the accessories. So, there is this jetpack, and there's no real paint on it. I guess you could paint it. I'm not skilled enough to paint it, nor do I care. But there's a little 5mm port back here. Just plug that in, and there you go. I guess you could angle the backpack if you want that straight, or, you know, whatever. I'm just going to do that. And just for the storage of it, I just leave it on there. I don't display him with anything, and obviously he has a port for a flight stand, so you can utilize the jetpack. I think that they are blast effect compatible. I think, don't know for sure. Then there's his gun. This is blast effect compatible. Me personally, I wish it was like gray or silver, just because that's more of the color that he used, but I'm not going to complain. And also, it kind of loses, his fist kind of gets lost in it, because the gun's black, his legs are black, so his fist kind of gets lost in it. But yeah, I'm not complaining. It's a gun, for crying out loud. So yeah. And also, his little feet emulate the Volkswagen feet, just like he did in the show. So, now these rods, these conductor rods, as you remember from, well, you should remember, or probably remember, whatever, from the original pilot, this is what Wheeljack and Bumblebee take back to the Autobot base for energy. And, yeah, there's no... His hands aren't segmented, these don't come off, so he can't hold them, or anything. He can't hold them, they don't tab onto his back. I guess you could do that, but, you can wrap his arm around them, but there's no good way for him to carry them, there's no good way to store them. I think I might be missing one, but I can't remember. But either way, I like the idea. But it's a little short. I could say. I don't really know, but they could have done something a little bit better with him. But I like the idea. So, yeah, he's not bad. He's not bad as a toy. A couple of the joint thing, like these, just the way that they're designed, that you have to fold them like that, and then you can fold them. You have to hinge them right. You have to hinge them right there, and then hinge them like that. If you go to hinge them like that, you will pop that right off the friction hinge. I don't know. Just me personally, I wish you could just, if you wanted to, you could do that. But if you also wanted to, you could just fold it right around. It's not too big a deal. Just, I don't know. I like the transformation. It's smooth. It's simple, or it's between simple and complex, but it's not the like difficult complex. You know what I mean? And it's effective, and creates a very good alt mode. The robot mode, obviously the silhouette is lost because of the backpack. And these. They could have folded these around potentially. I don't know. Really, the reason why this guy hasn't gone anywhere other than the shelf when I got him was the fact that he is objectively good. He does a lot of things well, and especially for working with a flat, basically flying saucer and not doing something that like a Cosmos toy has done. He's just kind of boring to me. He's kind of boring. He's objectively good, but as I've probably said, I love Crankcase, Ruckus, and all the Firecons because they're fun. They're cool. They're just toys. They're not objectively good to please like a collector or even just to be good. They're just toys to be toys. And they probably suck. They do suck. At least the Firecons do. Or, yeah, they suck. Or at least their transformations are and their articulation. But I like them because of their quirks. I like them because they're fun. This guy, I can like him because he's good and he's not bad like, Kingdom Tracks. But I don't like him because he doesn't do anything interesting. He is objectively good, but the way I want to collect is I want to collect something that's cool, something that's different, like Backstop. He doesn't transform like all the, Rhinox. He transforms weirdly. I like toys that are quirky and not. I don't mean like gimmicks. I don't mean like they're broken quirky. Like I played with them as a kid, but their gimmicks, their articulation, their style, everything like that. This guy just doesn't have it. He's just objectively good. Now, a lot of collectors do like that. Me personally, I like that I have him, but I don't like the fact that he doesn't do too much. He's just a toy. Obviously, he's a great fill-in if you didn't get the Netflix version, but once again, he's an exclusive at Target. But, I don't know. And to be completely honest, I saw this guy at the flea market. I saw he's like $20, and I was like, he's an exclusive. He's a toy that I really didn't truly want to purchase or go out and hunt for, so I purely bought him because I knew he was an exclusive. Not because I wanted him, because, well, he's exclusive. I knew he was worth money. I'm not gonna buy it. I'm not gonna sell him. I like having him. But I'd be honest. I was only thinking the fact that he's worth money. Like, I have a sealed deep cover, sealed Sparkless Bot, and sealed Decius Drone. I got an extra deep cover and an extra Sparkless Bot so I could mess with him, play with him. But the other two and the Decius Army Drone, they stayed in their package. They aren't. I wish I could. I want to open the Decius Army Drone because I don't own the Siege Ironhide mold, but it's not enough for me to open them. I was only purely thinking about reselling them because I knew they were exclusive. A lot of people wanted them, and they're worth a lot of money. I know that sounds scummy, but I'm going to be completely honest, that's what I was thinking. Now, obviously, owning him, I do like him. He's not going to make my top 10 of the year list, but because if I was basing on best toys, he'd be on there. But but my list is my favorites. He's not my favorite because he's not very fun. He doesn't do anything too interesting. Obviously, his transformation's interesting because it has to think outside the box, but he's not really fun. He doesn't have like a gimmick or a weird look to him. He's just Bumblebee, but he's his original alt mode. Just, that's what I think. Yeah, so I don't know how much he goes for. I don't know how much he goes for, but if you can, and you like the Origins style, or if you just want a Bumblebee for your collection that scales well and transforms into his original alt mode and doesn't look too bad, I'd get him. Now, once again, you're gonna bring in the small scale for big price. This guy, unlike Earthrise Cliffjumper, he does a lot more. No parts forming. He has a lot of panels. Granted, they're on the sides of his legs, but that's besides the point. If you wanted to, you could just pop him off. Now I have to put that back on. But if you want to, he does a lot more for his price, and I will admit that. Earthrise Cliffjumper, I think they could have maybe bumped his price down, but this guy, I think he benefits from having the $25 price point because he does a lot of things. He does a lot of moving around. His mass definitely shifts. He turns from basically a flying saucer like this big to a proportionate robot that scales with everything else, or at least I think he scales. But yeah, and obviously they threw in, oops, I just dropped one, but they threw in accessories that he probably didn't have, or ones that they just threw in, which is fine because they wanted to make it feel worth it. Which the robot, if it didn't come with a jetpack or these rods, it would have already been worth it to me if I were to buy it and I wanted it. Well, at the time, just it's unfortunate that the Netflix version, which was a redeco of the Cliffjumper mold, was an exclusive, and now this one is an exclusive. And even the Buzzworthy Bumblebee 4-pack with that other Bumblebee that people are turning into like bumpers or like hubcaps and stuff, that was an exclusive too. I don't know why a very popular character like Bumblebee is a flippin' exclusive. But yeah, there's my quick rambling about Origins Bumblebee. But so that's all I can think about to tell you. So till next time, see ya.